We return for another weekly shooting drill at OVR. This week's drill is called a match target. It's an orange level in our shooting classification, so a beginner level. There's a lot of factors to this match target that are really beneficial. You could make an argument to move it into the intermediate depending on how much you want to do this, but the idea behind this is, one, the system can call out a shape or a color or both for you to shoot, or a number. So for instance, in the first iteration, there's a yellow circle and a green triangle that the system calls out. And so you have to listen for the command to shoot that target. You can set it to be where it doesn't call it out. It just flips at the bottom of the screen and it shows what you're supposed to hit, and you shoot those targets. If you're colorblind, we can set the system up to just have shapes. And so it could call out just octagon, and you just shoot the octagon that's on there. So you can do it by the color, like a red 7 or a blue 6. That'll call out, and you have to find that on the screen and engage it. We can adjust the size of the target. So for the beginners, we can make this size 10, which is big letters, big shapes. As you get more and more advanced, then we can actually shrink that size down to a size 1. So there's 10 separate sizes. We can set this up for you. We can also set the level of it of easy, medium, or hard, meaning for easy, you might only have 3 or 4 targets on the screen. For a hard, you might have 7 targets on the screen. There's an upgrade that we just did to this that is actually really beneficial that I personally love. It's called Sequence. With this, if you're old enough to remember the old Simon game, the little circle that had colors and it would light up and you had to track it. This is basically what it is, like a Simon said. So a target will pop up, you shoot that target, and then in the second sequence, it'll be 2 targets that'll pop up. It'll be the same first one, show a second one somewhere else, and you have to remember that sequence. So this works on memory, making sure you know which target you're supposed to hit, but it also works on accuracy because we can adjust the size of the targets just like we can on the other stuff. And beginners, much bigger targets. As you get more advanced, we make the targets a lot smaller on you. And so on the sequence, again, you can match the sequence up based on your memory and being able to concentrate on not just shooting, but remembering, okay, what am I supposed to shoot in what order? Like all the drills here at OVR, we encourage you to come in and do these. Again, this is a drill you're not really going to do at a firing range. There's just not a good way of doing it, except about the only exception to this really would be you could put the target that has all of the playing cards up, and you could rattle off that sequence. There's other targets you can do that somebody will rattle the sequence off for you, and you go through it. One of the biggest downfalls of that, although that's a lot of fun to do, is you really kind of have to bring that target back after each sequence to make sure that you're following it correctly. And again, mark it with a Sharpie or put a little dot over it to cover up the hole, so that when you do the next sequence, you know you're accurate. So this, it does it for you. However many iterations or rotations we want to set it to, we can do this 5 different rotations, all back to back to back. If we want to do it one at a time, it still only takes us 5 seconds to reset everything, to have you just go ahead and restart again. And on most of that 5 seconds is the system going, are you ready? Stand by, and it then beeps to signal for you to do it.